Hey guys, it's ESFan001 here for part number 31 of Let's Play Destroy All Humans 2 on the PS4 to 100%. Last time, we cleaned up 2 of the remaining 3 odd jobs in Takashima. The last one has unfortunately not yet become available. We also came to Tunguska and had a very funny escort mission, actually. Yeah, an escort mission that actually didn't suck, which is very surprising. Because it's the only time it's going to happen, probably in the entire game. Okay, so we have a KGB agent here. I am going to free love the group. I want to say this is actually a fairly simple mission overall, but it can be a bit annoying if it's what I'm thinking it is, as it's got some randomness to it. Okay, we're going to body snatch a KGB agent just like that and talk to Blazitsky. Hello, Blazitsky.
What are you wanting?
Nice. I don't know what that gun is.
Your area of town's been awful quiet lately. You're starting to make the rest of us nervous.
Is all being good. We are just not being able to find any subversives. Either they're being smart, or we are already catching all dumb ones. Is being pity.
Let's ask him.
Maybe you're just not trying enough variety. You keep catching them the same way, soon they wise up.
But what other methods are we having? If you are offering idea, I'm being pleased to hear it.
We'll go ahead and start mission. I keep looking away because I keep having to look at my phone today.
One dissident coming up.
I am only wanting true traitor. No run-of-mill complainers. Be bringing to me, unharmed.
Okay, there might be a few cuts here and there in this video whenever I'm checking my phone, because I keep having to check for some stuff. I'm doing some important application-based stuff for an internship, or trying to get one of like 3 different internship positions for the summer. So sorry about that, guys, if I keep having to cut it in and out at times, because I got work to do on that stuff and have to keep checking emails and texts and stuff like that. So anyway, that's going to be why you might see a few jump cuts here and there in this session, but hopefully it's not too big an issue for you guys. So what we have to do is we have to come up to this Petrushka area, whatever it's called, and we have to find a traitor.
I am being supposed to doing something today, perhaps making fun of dissidents in Petrushka. But is worth getting pelted with mud pies again?
All right then, well, at least she clarified the location for us. So now we have to find a guilty suspect. It's always a woman. Every time I've played through this game, it's always been a random woman. Okay, so we are in Petrushka. Let's look around and see if we can figure out who it is. Is it this one?
Dr. Orlov is being late. I am getting agitated, but must play it cool. No one will be noticing you. Just stay calm.
Being very useful.
Perfect.
Logic is long.
That was perfect. I mean, I knew it was a woman, but I didn't think I would find her that quickly. Half the time she's randomly walking down the road, and it's completely random as to whether or not she's there, and it might take a while. Awesome, guys. That was great. That made this much easier. This is going to go very quickly. I will happily take that. So we are going to take her back, and we're actually going to have a few quiz questions here. Yay, school. Yay, learning. Yay, quizzes. Whatever. Although this semester is interesting. I have, like, literally no homework this semester, which is crazy. It's all, like, reading and tests and stuff.
Confess.
We are going to plead guilty.
I feel so guilty. Sob. I betrayed my country.
Well, that barely
Locked
looks
me
like
away.
a woman, honestly, but yeah.
Such sincerity. But what are we to be charging you with?
What did we do to Lenin's tomb? I want to see this.
All right, I confess. I was the one who drew a bullseye on
That's
Lenin's
great.
head in hot pink lipstick.
Da, but he is being dead. What is he caring? If that is worst you are doing, you are not being traitor at all.
We'll claim innocence now.
All right, I confess. I'm not a traitor at all. There, are you happy?
Ha! Now I am knowing you are lying. Be listing true crimes. Loudly and clearly, please.
That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. We'll mock the failed Revelade plans.
You know those missing barrels of Revelade, the ones without which you failed to destroy Bay City? That was so me. And I killed your operative, too. Bongwater. Could have picked a guy with a better name.
You are being that traitor? But why are you returning and giving yourself up for questioning?
We'll plead insanity.
Yeah, you got me there. I must be crazy giving myself up. Oh, woe is me.
Insane people cannot be admitting they are insane. His first rule of psychology. But I'm having no choice but to believe you. I had hoping this interrogation would be a high point. But I'm getting no buzz. Guards, be taking peasant away. You will be rotting in jail, Zadnitsa.
Alright then, we did it. Very kind of, I guess that wasn't the mission I was thinking of. I thought you had to answer questions. High importance. Tunguska facility reports the capture of a dangerous political terrorist who was apparently criminally insane, according to them. Alright then, well, that was pretty simple. I mean, I knew what to do in it, so that's probably why. Okay, we've got a new story mission not too far away, so that's the next one we're going to do. I don't remember, I think I know what this one is. I think it's the one where we have to use the fuel rods to destroy the pumping systems. Which means, I believe we may also be encountering a new type of enemy in this. The most dangerous enemy in the game, if it's the mission that I'm thinking it is. So, how exciting, guys. How exciting. Possibly encountering the most annoying and difficult to kill enemy in the game. What's up, Natalia? What's going on? Can we hit on you again?
Привет, товарищ. How's it hanging?
Little to the left. Hey, not bad, Goldie.
Okay. Suss out the Sergei situation. That's alliteration.
So, you and Sergei, huh? He's really, something. Where'd the two of you meet?
At the KGB Academy, actually.
No kidding. What was he, the janitor?
As a matter of fact, he finished second in our training class.
I got 3 guesses who came in first, and they all start with N.
I think that was part of the attraction. He'd never lost to a girl before.
Wonder if he's ever lost to a Furon. So what happened? You kids seem made for each other.
He wanted me to quit. It's not easy always being second best, I expect.
Tell me about it.
Alright, let's talk about the fuel
So
rods.
did you shut down the pumps in the tunnels with those fuel rods?
Niet. Too much KGB heat on the tunnels because of the theft. I should have seen it coming. Anyway, it's too dangerous for Sergei and me to infiltrate them now.
So we're gonna have to do it, aren't
gotta
we?
shut those pumps down. Whole town smells like Newark.
Oh, we will, Crypto. Have no fear. And this time, I want you on the job. I need you to carry a fuel rod into each of the tunnels and place it in the reactor of each of the pumping machines. Sergei and I have hidden a container of fuel rods near each tunnel.
Wait, you lost me. Didn't you say the tunnel entrances were crawling with KGB?
Da, but not while the scientists conduct their weekly radiation tests.
Oh, okay then.
No
Sounds
sweat,
good.
Dollface. Consider those pumps out of order.
Alright then, folks. It looks like it is time to go in and destroy the reactors, or the gas pumping machines. So if this is the mission I'm thinking of, it is a longer one as well, partially because we might be seeing a new enemy here. So definitely want to make sure I have my disintegrator ray out. And we may very well be using the Mind Flash a bit here, because it's very helpful here. At some point, though, one of the gene blends is actually going to give us the ability to, what am I trying to say, to lessen the amount of brains it takes to create the Mind Flashes, to where it only takes 2 instead of 4, and that's one of the most useful abilities in the game, as it obviously allows you to freeze time a lot more easily. So we want to start out by killing off some of the enemies around here. because the fuel rods are quite fragile. They don't always hold together maybe the way they should, given that they have nuclear materials in them, and it's probably not a good thing for them to be dangerous. Launch both of those. We're going to put Gastro up here. Well, he's going to follow us, but should be safe around here. So, we are going to take these fuel rods, and yeah, you can transmog them, and don't worry, you have multiple chances with each one. You might actually have infinite chances with each one. So don't worry if they get a little banged up, or if you have to do it again, Gastro.
There are plenty more of those fuel rods in the container.
That was not helpful, Gastro. You literally blew it up. That can be a bit of a problem too, I mean, Gastro's super effective, but that can happen. Okay then, so Gastro decided to screw that one up for us, so we're going to carry in another one. We got some scientists down here, but nothing that can actually attack us.
Technology to make an organic machine like this. It seems far beyond their primitive capabilities.
You may be right about that, Pox. That may come into play a bit later in the mission. This is like really shaky PK controls as well, which makes it a little more difficult probably than it should be. Got it.
In the reactor! The reactor's overreacting! Get
the reactor's overreacting!
Before the whole cavern explodes!
I think we're okay, Pox. I think you're over-exaggerating just a bit. So that's done. The first one's down, so we still got 2 more to go, and I want to get another Gastro. Oh, perfect. There's a Gastro. Don't worry about them. But yeah, what Pox was saying there, he's not sure humans quite have the capability of doing this. Wonder why that might be. I wonder how they managed to do this. I wonder. Maybe we'll be getting a little more information about that later on in this mission. This is probably going to be the only other mission done in this video because it is a long one. Alright, so what have you guys been up to? I have been playing Destroy All Humans 2 for the Let's Play. I've been working on my 200th Platinum Trophy. Oh, that was a perfect shot. Amazing. I've been working on my 200th Platinum Trophy and other trophy hunting games, of course. Not just focusing on 200, but my number 200, which I don't know exactly when it'll go up because I'm literally so far ahead in my recordings. Like, for trophies, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, just completely absurd how far ahead I am on recordings. So we're going to blow up a sentry gun. But yeah, I'm very excited for what my 200th is most likely going to be. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 99% sure as to what it's going to be because I've been working on it for a while. It's a very, not the most challenging game in the world, but it is still tough and it's extremely time-consuming and grindy, so I'm going to be very proud of it whenever I get it regardless. Okay, they aren't doing too much to me.
I can't quite put my phalange part on it. Oh well. Carry on!
Well, maybe you should be a little worried, Pox, because doesn't that seem a little strange that there might be other alien technology on the planet that's not from the Furons? I was letting my health refill there. That could be concerning.
It's going to blow!
It's about to blow, whoa, 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 whoa. Whatever that old Kesha song is, I don't even remember. I don't like Kesha anyway, so I'm sure I insulted someone out of that. Whatever, I don't care. I don't like her music at all. Anyway, let's get back to the mission at hand. So that's 2 down. And that landing zone, while we're here, we're going to go ahead and activate this landing zone because it's going to come in handy later in this mission. Trust me on that. So, this is the strange base. We haven't been up here before. It's too dangerous to walk in there because of all the radiation, though.
The great god of the sacred crotch was not made and cannot be unmade. Arkvoodle is, always was, and
Isn't this
always
exactly
will
what he said
be.
before at one of the others?
They got it right. Fire at my idol with your disintegrator ray. I'll show
I mean, just like other times, you could have just said fire at the disintegrator ray.
Nonetheless, I shall unlock the
That would
landing
have made that a
zone.
little bit
Thanks
easier.
for playing.
Actually, I'll go ahead and call the saucer here, too. That would make more sense. Yeah, we're going to need this later on. It's going to make the rest of the latter part of the mission a lot easier than it would have been. Okay, so there's a tank down here. That calls for Gastro to be used. We're going to pop a Gastro right down there and let him take care of the outer defenses because he's awesome like that. Go, go, Gastro! Go, go, Gastro! Gastro, are you going to kill the tank anytime soon? Or am I going to have to do that myself? I'm going to have to do that myself. Okay, there we go. He's starting to shoot at it. Took you long enough, Gastro. Oh, wow. Meteor Strike. Nice. And a Burrow Beast. And another Gastro. Awesome. Good job, Gastro. You were a very good Furon helper there. Okay, so this is our last reactor before the more interesting part of the mission. Gastro, you want to shoot at them? I'm going to be... Okay, I guess Gastro is not going to shoot at them. And they're not going to kill me. And they... Yeah, I was wondering if that was going to happen.
A strange sort of deja vu. Brains would like you to know what's under that gas cloud on the surface.
Well, I think we're about to find out, Pox, but yeah, maybe you should be concerned. I mean, for anyone who's played through this game before, you would know what I'm sort of referencing with all this, obviously, but not everyone probably has. Some people might be playing this for the first time now. It's on PS4.
Now hurry and get out of there before that machine explodes!
You might want to get out of here too, dude, because you're about to blow up. And he's not smart enough to do that, so we're leaving. Awesome, guys. We did it. That part of the mission is done. It's a little tedious, but it's not too bad.
The reactor's shut down. Now, head up to the base and see if that gas cloud is clearing. And you might want to...
hold your nose. That's great. Okay, so... Up here, make sure you have your saucer here. It's going to make this part of the mission easier, and I'm going to be shutting up here because we're going to have a big cutscene coming up.
Bada bing, bada boom. Look at those bad boys burn. Hold the phone. What do these freaks want?
Wait a minute. Now that I think of it, that machinery looks suspiciously familiar. Oh my. Holy hookers of Arkvoodle! Crypto, do you know who these freaks are?
They're not commie cabbage heads?
Great galaxies, no! They're not even human! They're the enemy! Our enemy! The enemy we Furons defeated in the Martian War! Crypto! They're Blisk!
Blisk? Wait a minute. I thought we wiped the Blisk out.
I have no explanation! I can barely believe my senses! But a few of them must have somehow survived!
Not for long. Attention, Blisk. I am Cryptosporidium of the planet Furon. This planet is now a territory of the Furon Empire. And your asses belong to me.
Alright, guys, these are the Blisk Warriors, among the most dangerous, actually the most dangerous enemies in the entire game. But if you have your saucer here, you can make this a whole lot easier, because otherwise you'd have to fight them on the ground. But the thing is, we don't yet have the ability to do a lot of damage to them on the ground, because they are shielded.
That was one hell of a fight, Crypto.
That was not one hell of a fight. That took all of 5 seconds with the saucer.
I'm rather proud of you.
Aw, he's proud of us. But yeah, they have... Blisk are shielded enemies, so they have a giant shield that can absorb a lot of damage. And then you still have to kill them once you take down their shield. They are by far the toughest regular enemies in the entire game. And for the most part, you will not have the saucer around to make it easier to kill them. So, what's going on now, Pox?
I'm glad you're here, Crypto. We need to hunker down and do some serious strategizing.
Let's talk about the Blisk.
Tell me about it. You gotta fill me in on this whole Blisk thing, Pox.
My hard drive is spinning. I hardly know where to begin. They're huge, hideous brutes with giant claws and withering halitosis. They have a single hive mind and an imperviousness to radiation. They take to it like a pig to mud. Imagine a cockroach mating with a lobster.
I don't want to imagine that.
Enough already. You're making me queasy.
Humans assume the Tunguska blast of 1908 was caused by a meteorite. But now we know its true cause. The fiery crash of a Blisk warship!
So, apparently, the Blisk landed here sometime after the Martian War, and basically came to Earth and survived here for quite a while, so that's quite interesting.
Yeah, well, don't you worry your virtual little head, Pox. This time they're going down for good.
A bold statement. Many Furons fell thanks to the Blisk. And there's another problem. Since the war, the Furon defense budget has been downsized. I fear that most of our current weapons will be ineffective against the Blisk.
Why did we downsize it?
Downsize the defense budget? What the hell did the Emperor do that for?
The Blisk were exterminated. No one else posed such a lethal threat. We didn't need the big guns. But none of us saw this coming.
So what do I need to do?
Okay, well, at least we know what we're up against. What do you want me to do?
I'll contact you with new orders as soon as I have some idea what's going on. Until then, just don't do anything rash.
Rash me? Nah, I got a cream for that. Cleared it right up.
Alright then, mission completed. So now you are going to find Blisk around the area at times. Not too many of them, mostly up in this area. But they are very, very dangerous, and our weapons are not particularly effective against them. That's what this data core is coming into play about, because we're actually... Wow. Oh, yes, this would not be bad to go ahead and get. Oh, that's great. So we just need Urban and KGB, and we'll actually have... Okay, that's not bad, actually, just to get one more male Urban and 4 KGB. But yeah, we are now dealing with a new type of enemy, the Blisk. They are extremely dangerous, because you normally will not be able to fight them in the saucer. Normally you're going to have to fight them on the ground. Okay, that was easy. I got the Urban male quickly. So normally you are going to have to fight them on the ground. And like I said, our weapons are not yet particularly effective against them. They will be more effective later on, though, once we get a data core, which we are going to get in one of the upcoming missions. So there are currently 2 story missions available for us to do, as well as some side missions to do. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do next time yet. Okay, we need 2 more KGB to finish that, but that's going to be very helpful in case we end up needing to use the Mind Flash, because it's going to reduce it to only needing 2 brains instead of 4 in order to get a new Mind Flash, which can make life a whole lot easier. Plus, we got it maxed out to where it'll last as long as it can, so that's a really, really helpful upgrade. Definitely one that is completely worth your time to get. Okay, KGB, go ahead and get out. Come on, just one more. No, and got it. And we're going to drain this. And we're going to finish it. Mind Flash Mastery. So Blisk files we can't do yet. This one carries over into the last area of the game. But that means that we're very close to the end of the Gene Blends, actually, which is awesome. So guys, with that, we've completed half of the Tunguska missions, although we still have a lot of odd jobs left. One more data core, which we're going to get in one of the upcoming missions, and of course the collectibles. But everything else here is done, so... Next time, guys, we will either continue on with Tunguska, which is the more likely, or maybe those other side missions in the other areas have finally appeared. So, see you guys then.